Tickets on sale now for the first ever IM virtual event. Visit imacademy.events for details. What will you become?
What will you become? I love that. I love that. I hope y'all got y'all tickets for the I Am Academy event about to happen November 6th. We are, what's today's date? We are a little over 30 days away from this event. So you guys definitely make sure you are plugged in, because there's going to be something amazing happening there. You definitely want to make sure that you are in the number, right? So let's go ahead and get into these I'm so happy and grateful nows. Definitely appreciate each and every single one of you guys sharing. I don't see 35 in here, but that's okay. Go ahead. If you haven't already typed it, make sure you go ahead and type what you're happy and grateful now for, because you definitely don't want to skip that part of the process. You weren't on this call if you didn't drop I'm so happy and grateful now. I'm just to let you know. You weren't on this call if you didn't drop I'm so happy and grateful now, right? So I'm so happy and grateful now to be alive by the grace of God, operating in the spirit of faith, accepting time, and as things I must experience. A prosperous and supernatural October is already done for me, and all connected to the RetiredIn365 family. So happy and grateful now for this personal journey of healing, for life, family, and this opportunity, inner peace, and ideas being planted in my mind, and the reward that's on the way for being more consistent. I'm so happy and grateful now for a great day of being a chairwoman, 10 by October 31st, 2020, and for welcoming 50 new people inside of my organization. So happy and grateful now. Let me turn that off. There we go. So happy and grateful now for a new level of vibration, my confidence, going chairman December 2020, for seeing another day, for God and his unfailing love. Let me see. So happy and grateful now for my new daughter, safe delivery, for the joy of fatherhood and a precious gift of God. So happy and grateful now for the wonderful things and blessings God has given me and my family, for being plugged back in, for this powerful movement, vibrating on a higher frequency, my life, health, and strength. Happy and grateful now for love, life, and the RetiredIn365 community, my mental health, and not giving up. A new day, family, this organization. There we go. We got some people that say they wanted to join the call. Y'all a little late. It's 11:35, but that's cool. That's cool. We want to make sure that we are on this call. To be early is to be on time. You definitely want to make sure every time you come to these morning motivations that you drop what you're so happy and grateful now for, because that's how you want to start your day, with an attitude of gratitude. There is no other way to start your day. And if you think there is, you're wrong. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and get into, y'all know these morning motivations, these calls, these just runs, everything that we do, right, is really like a regurgitation of all the things that we soaked in throughout the week, right? It's us giving back to you the things that we learned, the things that we apply, the things that we are applying in our own personal lives, right? It's the things that are actively working, whether it's for us or actively came from somebody who's already had the success it is that we want, right? Whether it's the Justin Owens, the David Monetiers, the Bryce Thompsons, the CEOs, right? Christopher Terry's, like whoever it is, that's where this information is coming from. That's where you guys are getting your guidance. And you got to understand and know that the information works. And the same time, the information also doesn't change, right? Because it's like you can hear it 1,000 different ways, and then you realize I just listened to 50 people and they all told me the exact same thing. So at the end of the day, if something's not working, is it the people that's wrong that have the results, or is it me not following what they're telling me to do, right? And I want you, I said this last night during Charles' introduction, I bring it back. If you had 10 of you right now in your business, what rank would you be right now? You know, we say 7 to 10 platinum 1000s, right? 7 to 10 people who are committed and dedicated to the work. If you had 10 of you right now, what rank would you be? And whatever that answer is, why aren't you trying to attract more of you, right? I heard that yesterday. I don't know what day it was at this point. It might have been Saturday on one of the calls, right? But then I also heard it a different way. Because again, we hear the same thing a bunch of different ways. And maybe you just got to hear it a little different for it to really resonate for you, right? We get on these calls. We don't get on these calls to scream at you. We don't get on these calls to get to work. This isn't a dictatorship. Like, nobody's forcing you to do anything, right? But we got to understand that in life, whatever it is that we're going for, we can't get complacent at what it is that we're doing, because there are people relying on your yes. There are people relying on you to be consistent with the activity that you're doing. Whether they know it or not, they're relying on you. Think about that. Whether the people know it or not, the decision that you make is going to directly affect them. Drop a 1 in the chat if you ever gave money to any type of cause, whether it was church, whether it was a homeless shelter, whether it was some type of charity, somebody on the side of a street that asked for some food and you were able to give them food or some money or whatever that thing might be, right? All right, perfect. We got a lot of people that are giving. Imagine if right before that moment that you gave, whether it was somebody outside, whether it was your church, whether it was a local organization, whether you donated some clothes, imagine if you didn't have it to give. Now, the same people that you gave to, the same people that benefited from the thing that you were giving would also not have it, all because you didn't have it. So whether these people are directly connected to you or not, you got to understand that the decisions you make today directly affect somebody else tomorrow. They directly affect somebody else, right? So if you have a little bit, that means you only got a little bit to give. If you only do a little bit, if you don't get results, you have no results to show somebody else. You have no results to inspire the next person, right? You have no results that you can say, hey, I learned from this. Because if I didn't learn from it, I can't tell you what I learned from, right? I think it was Manny that said it yesterday. He said, you have to grow as a leader in order for you to actually be able to pour back into other people. If I'm not growing as a leader, I have nothing to give back to you. If I'm not getting on calls, what am I going to get on here and talk about, right? So you got to say that same thing for yourself. If I'm not showing up for my own success, how am I going to pour back into my bank account? How am I going to pour back into my husband, my wife, my kids, whatever your situation is at home, right? How can you give back to the people that you love if you have nothing to give them? You can't instill something that you don't have. So number one, that starts with speaking abundance. Because what you do have at all times is your words, right? So you can make sure you're speaking the right things over them. But it has to be more than words. You got to make sure you're actually going out there and doing and applying the things it is that you know that you have to do, right? Think about this. I think it was the Garrisons that might have put it this way. If you've made anything inside of this platform, right? Whether it was from the compensation plan, whether you made $1 trading, whether you learned something, right? You could have watched you could have watched the Forex 101, what is Forex video, right? You now have information that the next person doesn't have. You are now more qualified than anybody in your network who doesn't know about this, because you have access to information. Information is money, and you can't tell me any different, because they charge people $20, $30, $40,000 right down the street for access to information that they don't guarantee you that you're going to get any money for, right? They don't guarantee you a job. They don't guarantee you anything. They don't even guarantee you that you're going to be able to finish. And they have rules in place inside of those schools right down the street, right? That they can actually put you out. they can actually kick you out after you've already paid your money if you don't follow their rules. So not only do they not promise you a job, not only do they not promise you a certain salary, they have the ability to control your life while you're there. Over here, the only person that's in control is you. That's it. I can't even think. You have to do something really, really crazy to get kicked out of being a customer. I've never seen it. I don't know. I don't know how you get kicked out of being a customer somewhere. Like, if it's a physical store, I can think of some things, but right, like, it doesn't make sense. Stop focusing on other people. Don't be so entertained. Think about it. I can't think. I watch too much stuff. I don't even remember who said this, but they put it this way. If the only time you're sharing this opportunity is when T Grizzly or PNB Rock or Black China or one of the other celebrities joins, right? You're not sold out. Why is that? Because if it's cool for them to join, if when they join, look, so-and-so's trading. Look, they're investing. They've been investing for the last however many years. This is just the newest thing that they found to invest in. It's cool when you join, right? If you're not going to share yourself, are you not cool enough? Are you not an influential person enough? Are you not somebody that other people should follow? Right? They should only follow because somebody else is doing it? No. That's why you got to share. Don't be that person that's only sharing because somebody else is doing it. Right? Don't be that person that's only going because, oh, well, so-and-so said it's going to be good. Did you look into it yourself? Right? Like, why can't I just want to go because you're going? Why do I have to wait for somebody I don't even know to validate something? Understand that. This is the first, I was on, shout out to y'all if y'all caught David's call yesterday, right? The crypto call. And you know, David, he goes through his stuff, conceive, believe, achieve, and he talked about his story a little bit in there, but some stuff really doesn't change. Some people are gonna build it, but most people won't. This is the first time in this industry of networking that people can actually become financially free from the products, from the information that they're getting, right? But at the same time, although what we have goes beyond the opportunity itself enhances the product. The opportunity itself enhances the product that we have. Because yes, you can become financially free from trading, but it's quicker to become financially free from trading when you have the money to trade with. When you're not worried about how much money's in your bank account. When you're not stressed out about if that trade's gonna take profit or not because I gotta pay tomorrow's bill because it's the first of the month, right? So it's combining a lot of things. Manny talked about it yesterday as well. If you want to be a business owner on the outside, you got to first learn to master yourself, right? We want companies to stay around forever, and that's great. But at the end of the day, we know that who knows where things are going to be 10, 20, 50, 100 years from now. That would be great if things are still there. But guess what? If for those people that desire to be business owners, you say, hey, I want to be a business owner. Guess what? You got to learn how to run a business. Manny's talked about it. Nobody's going to give you hundreds of thousands of dollars in loans to run your own business. You can't even manage a $235 to $325 opportunity yourself. So how are you going to be able to manage somebody else's money, somebody else's time? How are you going to be able to be financially responsible with that, right? We have more results than we can even count inside this opportunity. This is the easiest thing in the world to share. You got people that look just like you, no matter what you look like on this call, that are winning. You got people at the top of the compensation plan, no matter what your background is, no matter where you're from, that look like you. Right? It works. It works. So you got to develop yourself as a leader. You can't relax. What did Manny say? You can't relax in the retracement. Because retracements are going to happen. We look at the overnight results, and some of those overnight results aren't overnight. Because guess what? They had the prior experience. They had prior setbacks that they set themselves up to accelerate in the aftermath. Somebody said, if you ever been through anything, you can get through this. If you ever passed a test, you ever graduated from anything, you ever got a job, you ever finished an assignment, you prove to yourself that you can overcome. That's all this business is overcoming, right? You already have the blueprint. You already know what it is that you need to do. If you did anything, you can do this. right? And the thing is, you know the blueprint. Do I have any people, this is their first morning motivation? Drop a 2 in the chat. This is your first time being, if it's your first 7 to 14 days inside the business, drop a 2 in the chat. Okay, so no new people. Got it. Giovanni Hawes. Okay, cool. What's up? What's up, Giovanni? Welcome to the family. Welcome to the family. So outside of Giovanni, right? And any other new people that might be here on this call, everybody should know the blueprint. And Giovanni, we're gonna make sure you know it. You might already know it. Erica, yeah, I'm ignoring you. So look, we're gonna make sure that you get that blueprint. But everybody else, if you've been here for anything more than 2 weeks, and if you went through the first video when you get started, you know what the blueprint is. So the question is, why are you not doing it? Why are you not being consistent? Why are you not picking up the phone? Why are you not spending the hours that you need to hone your trading skills? Right? I'm just confirming what you already know. Like, you already know this stuff. You already know it. If I ask you, what do you need to go platinum 600? Drop in the chat, how many people you need to go platinum 600? $444. Thank you, Bev. 444. 12 people, right? To make $600 a month. Now you do that and you help 3 people go platinum 150, you're making $1,000 a month, right? 12 to 15, help 3 get 3. That's $1,000 a month. Now that's not your kids' bill money. That's not money that you need because you need gas or you got to pay the rent. How many people on this call know how to make $20 a day inside the market? Just $20. Whether it's getting on Go Live, whether it's copying and pasting, you know how to finesse $20. It can be $5. You can do $5 4 times. That's $20, right? Everybody know how to make $20. Guess what? If you know how to make $20 a day, what's that? That's an extra $400 a month. There's no way to not have enough money to even still have access to the information that you're learning if you know how to make $20, right? But that goes back to the blueprint. That goes back to being consistent. That goes back to confirming what you already know how to do, but actually going out and doing it, right? If we know what to do and we're not doing it, what does that mean? What does that mean? I really don't know. I really don't know, do I? Right? We can tell you the same thing over and over and over and over again. But until you tell yourself, until you make a decision that you want to get to the next level, it's not going to happen. You're not going to have a 6-figure trading account until you decide you want to have that 6-figure trading account. You're not going to hit that next rank until you decide you're going to do the work to do it, right? And I mean, we talking about work. Yes, it's network marketing, but what's the work? Talking to people, picking up your phone. Peaking and Charles, shout out to Charles Dyson doing an amazing job yesterday on the plan, right? Peak and pass. You're asking somebody a question and you're passing them to the information. You don't even got to explain it. You don't even have to have the results yet. Now, you should have the results because a lot of you just said you know how to make $20 a day. But, but if you haven't applied that yet, that's cool, right? Because you know what you got to do. But you know the thing is, we try to take the easy route to the next level. We try to hope and pray that people are going to ask us about what we do. Thank you, Charles. Do you have the Charles said, do you have the discipline to make $20 a day? You know how to make $20 a day, but do you have the discipline to go ahead and make $20 a day? That's good, Charles. That's good. Where was I? Look. You want to take the easy route to get to that next level. It's some things that you can do, right? It's some things that you can do and you can get some results and not really put the work in. You can hit platinum 150 just talking to a couple friends, a couple family members, doing a couple posts, right? You can hit platinum 150 doing the bare minimum. You might hit platinum 150, you never picked up the phone. Platinum 150 is easy, right? That's easy. It doesn't take effort. It might take more effort for some people than others, but in the grand scheme of things, Platinum 150 doesn't take effort, right? Platinum 600, maybe you got a couple good people that wanted to go out and build too. You've been posting online for a while, so people wanted to see what it is you were doing. That didn't take too much effort, right? You was running the play, but you ain't really run the play, right? The coach gave you the playbook. You looked at like the first page. You like, I got it. I got it. That's Platinum 600. Platinum 1000, maybe you had some momentum. You got some people on, right? Maybe a couple of those people in the beginning ran and they got some people in too. You hit Platinum 1000 and you lit now, right? But you still weren't running the whole play. You was, okay, cool. Now Platinum 2000, now that's a little jump from 30 people, right? That's more than half of what you already got. Now you can muscle your way through that. Now, if you running the play, you can go get that yourself, right? Maybe you got some good people on your team that's also out there building their own personal vision. They're building their own independent organization. But from P1 to P2, that's where you start to see the shift. From Platinum 2000 to Platinum 5000, I'm still seeing it now, right? That's where you got to really lock in, right? And then Platinum 5000 to Chairman 10, that's a whole nother 200 plus people. And you don't got to get it yourself, but you got to be locked into the play. You can't be half in and half out. Like I talked about last night, there is somebody more successful than you right now that's working harder than you. If the job is the thing in the way and the job is the thing you want to get away from, only if it's the thing you want to get away from, you got to choose what your priority is going to be. You got to choose what's going to get my time. I know people making six figures at their job that spend 8 to 12 hours a week here, but they work 10-hour days. But some of you work 8-hour days, come home and say you're tired, and then you spend the weekend other places. But people who already have the money are putting in the time and effort, right? It doesn't make sense. And I'm not even talking about people making six figures from this. I'm talking about in their day-to-day job. But they're working this business and educating themselves on the trading harder than the person that makes $30,000 a year. And they make that in every 2 or 3 months, right? So we got to stop trying to weasel our way to the next level. Go out and do the work. What did Paris say? It's about that personal production these next 90 days. You got to go out there, get your 10 people. Identify the people that you're going to work with. Identify the people that's going to get to that next level with you, right? When you're going on a trip with your friends, you imagine this. Somebody gave you $1 million. They said, look, you can plan an island getaway, you and 10 people. Are you going to pick your associates that you don't really like or talk to to go to that trip with you, or you gonna talk to the people that you rock with the most, right? You're gonna pick an all-star lineup. And the people that can't come, you're gonna look for the next best person, right? You're not gonna start at the bottom of your list. Because guess what? If the bottom person on your list says yes, now you're stuck with a person that you don't even really want to be around. That don't make sense. Build with the people that have what you want, right? And if it's not working, take notes on what you've been doing, compare it to what you've been told to do, rework that plan, still staying under the blueprint, right? But add your own flavor packets. Like I said yesterday, you guys still add your own flavor. You still got to be you in the process. You can line up. I don't know if you know anything about football. You can line up, or trade. It don't matter what sport we're talking about. You can line up 10 different wide receivers, give them all the same route. They're gonna run it different. They're gonna run the same line, but the way that they get from point A to point B is gonna be a little bit different. You can line up 20 different track athletes on the line. The way that we get from point A to point B is gonna be the same, but it's gonna be different. We all gotta run, we all gotta pump our arms. That's easy. But the format that we do it, getting around the track is gonna be a lot different. Some people might start off fast, finish a little slower because they got to get out. Some people might, cruise through. Like everybody got their own little tactics how they gonna do it. The point is, how fast will you finish? You got to understand that for yourself, right? So as we're going through all this information, Charles posted. Let me go back to that. I wanted to read that. Thank you for sharing that earlier, Charles. It said, in sports, it's not called favoritism. This was Justin Owens talking. In sports, it's not called favoritism. They're called starters. It's not called favoritism. They're called starters. You're not going to recruit the third string first. It's a draft. This is a draft. You want to go get the all-stars. You want to get people that you don't mind staying up late and studying with. You want to get people you don't have to check on every day. Are you doing the work? You want to get people that's not going to be in your phone all day long. Hey, how do I click this link that you just sent me? What? I'm not saying don't help people. I'm not saying people not going to have their own struggles. I'm just saying you want all-stars on the field. At the end of the day, that's what you want. And in order to get that, you got to decide, number one, who you're going after. You got to go after them with a plan. Because guess what? You're not going to get an all-star if you don't have a plan. You are not going to get an all-star if you don't have a plan. Imagine going to draft somebody at a high school, right? Let's just take two easy schools, right? Let's take the University, let's say University of Florida, right? Because I'm from Florida. And let's take, West Bumba. I don't know. You got these two schools. You got a D1 school. You got a D2 school. This school over here got all the money in the world. They got the facilities. They got the coaches. They got the accolades. They got everything you could want, right? This other school over here, they don't have the facilities. I mean, they got a cool coach. He's relatable, right? They got a couple decent athletes. They don't go to none of the big meets. They don't pay their people, right? Just off rip, who's this athlete gonna choose? He gonna choose the big school. Why? They have what he wants. So you gotta understand, do you have what these people want? And if you personally don't have it, right? You have an organization that has what they want. But if you never introduce them to the organization, if you never show them what they have access to, they're gonna go find somebody else. You'll see them pop up 2, 3, 4 months later Inside, oh, you trading out? Yeah, I'm trading. Oh, who'd you start up with? Oh, so you ain't come back to me? No, because you didn't have what they want, right? You didn't show them the vision. And that's really what it's all about. So whatever it is that you're doing, let's take it back to what we talked about, right? Number one, you got to make sure that you get people that are like-minded. You get people that are going to be here. But that starts with you deciding that you're going to be here. You deciding that you're going to put the work in, right? Hey, I feel like I got some pretty solid people, right? If I call them, guess what? They're in the academy. They're looking at different strategies, different educators. Hey, how can I apply this to what we already did? That's what you want. And then you want to find more of that. You don't want to just settle what you want to find more. You want to continue to speak abundance. You want to continue to put that time in. So that's really what I wanted to talk about today. That's really what I wanted to talk about. What did I say the title was? I forgot what my own title was. You deserve more. There we go. You deserve more. And once you understand that, you're going to stop settling for less. You're going to realize that we are more than conquerors. You're going to realize that everything that is for you is already inside of you. You're going to get up after this call. You're going to go look yourself in the mirror and say, I'm tired of BS and I'm tired of wasting time. I'm tired of babysitting these trades, right? I'm going to look at the charts the way they told me to look at the charts. I'm going to build a business the way they told me to build a business, not the way I feel comfortable building the business. I'm going to get outside of my comfort zone and I'm going to go out there and I'm going to reach the destiny that I know is for myself. Because if I don't do it, nobody's going to do it for me, right? And you got to say that today. Because everything that's for you is ahead of you. But there's some hurdles that you're going to have to get over, all right? And if you don't get over those hurdles, guess what? If you ever watch a track meet, my two favorite races outside of watching the actual race is the hurdles and the steeplechase. You know why? that's like the comedy event, not at like a professional track meet, but at like a college event, maybe a high school event. You can sit back, look at the Jumbotron. They will zoom in on that steeplechase. You know why? Because somebody's always bound to fall. Somebody's going face first in that water. Somebody didn't practice the way they should have practiced. Somebody's legs gave out under them because they didn't put in the work ahead of time. Maybe they got in trouble. They coach threw them in a race. It's not really their race, right? But that is so fun, right? Don't be the spectacle. Don't be the person that came in. Now you the example that we talking about on the next call because you fell off, right? You the example because you fell off. You the example because you blew your account. You the example because you talked to 5 people and you said, this isn't for me. And then I signed up one of your friends because you quit. Oh yeah, so-and-so told me about that a while ago. I don't think they traded no more. Oh, true. What y'all say? I'm gonna sign somebody grandma. Charles got a couple of people grandmas now. Shout out to all the grandmas on the call. We appreciate all of y'all. We appreciate every single one of y'all. Dude, you say, I don't even trade anymore. I want to focus on running the play. Hey, running the play, you got to have your PIP goal. That's why we swing trade. That's why we swing trade. Take 1 or 2 trades and be done. It don't take no time. No time at all. But that's a different call for a later date because we got some amazing stuff planned for you guys today. We got an opportunity call at 2:00 and an opportunity call at 8:00, right? So go ahead. Anybody that needs to hear a professional webinar, hear exactly how this stuff works, right? That needs to hear how this stuff works. You definitely want to make sure that you get them to these calls, right? 50chairmantraders.com. Definitely want to be in attendance. The password is inside of the Discord chat, so you can send it out to your people so they can access these calls. And that's at 2:00 and 8:00 Eastern Standard Time. And then for those that are here, for those that are already a part of the family, tonight at midnight, right? Midnight Eastern Standard Time, 9:00 Pacific Standard Time, we got Skittles, right? We got Skittles going on. So you definitely want to make sure you lock in your new people before that call so they can see how easy this thing is. they can get access to our strategies. They can get access to this community that's helping them have these, 4, 5, 6-figure days inside of the market, right? Because that can be your reality too, as long as you plug in, right? So, hey, like they saying in the chat, prospect, peak and pass, present, promote, plug in, right? Them 5 Ps. Make sure you're doing those each and every single day. That's the income producing activities that's going to get you to the next level, to where you want to be. Because look, $100,000 from trading is cool, but $100,000 a month, I mean, which one makes more sense? Both. That was a trick question. They both make sense. They both make sense. So I appreciate each and every single one of y'all. Let's go ahead. Let's kill the day. Let's have an amazing week, right? We started the week off right yesterday with Believe Bigger Faster. So you definitely want to make sure anybody that's new is plugged into the community. They know what we have going on, right? We have our beginner setup tomorrow. We have our basics trading training tomorrow. So you definitely want to make sure that we lock those people in as soon as possible so they can get access and really get launched the right way. See how easy this thing is so they can start making money as fast as possible, because that's what we're here to do. All right.